Now, back to the Insiders with James Ham and Kyle Madsen, brought to you by Jiffy Lube on ESPN 1320.
Glad we're all joking about my demise on air now.
Kyle's demise.
It's like, that would be funny if you croaked on air. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you all. Everybody in the chatty house at youtube.com/ESPN1320 and twitch.tv/ESPN1320. We appreciate you all if you're listening on ESPN 1320 AM. We appreciate you as well. The Elk Grove Kia talk line is 916-909-1320, 916-909-1320. We're talking about Ja Morant and whether the Kings would pursue him this offseason, or if they should pursue him this offseason in the wake of the fact that he's having a really nice run now that the Grizzlies are running a more Ja-centric offense. He looks a lot more like the MVP caliber player we saw a few years ago. But in the wake of his finger guns incident, which just sounds ridiculous, but here we are, in his what the league considers obscene gesture incident, he's now been hit with a $75,000 fine. And now you kind of wonder, based on his history with off-court, I guess in this case, on-court issues with the league, it's like, is that something you want to take on? So that's what we're discussing. And this first came up a while back with our guy Joe in Elk Grove.
Yeah, he started this mess.
He started this whole thing.
He even threw a reporter under the bus.
He threw nationally acclaimed NBA reporter and Sacramento resident at Sac State alum, Stingers Up, Sam Amick, threw him right under the bus.
Ran him right over.
And then backed up and did it.
Yeah, that's right.
So we can't have this conversation without Joe in Elk Grove, who's on the Elk Grove Kia talk line now at 916-909-1320. Joe in Elk Grove, do you have anybody else you want to throw under the bus today?
No, but first of all, Kyle, did you get that play I gave you yesterday? Aaron Judge, RBI, hit, home run?
No, you didn't give us that yesterday, but that's
I
okay.
gave that to you yesterday.
Oh, my bad.
And the other day I gave you Butler, and I lost. Today, take Arenado, hit, RBI,
Okay.
10 for 23 versus Walker Buehler.
Nice.
Game starts in about 15 minutes.
Beauty. Love that. We're getting on the Underdog app right now. What do you got for us, Joe?
And here we go. Kings are interested in Zion Williamson and Ja Morant. If they can't get Morant, they're going to go heavy after Zion Williamson. I got good word on that. Mr. Ham, I should be doing your job. I'm the new Kings insider, buddy. Come on.
Yeah, well, we're
Thanks,
still
Joe.
We're still waiting for
Joe?
that dinner meeting in Oklahoma City between the Foxes and
That's a
and
good
the
one.
Rana Dives. Still waiting on that one, Joe.
Next home game, Mr. Ham, I'm going to come up to you, meet you, and I'll buy you a beer at the Kings game. All right?
All right.
I love this. Hey, Joe, what's your favorite movie?
Yeah. Favorite movie? That one movie about sports betting.
Nah, all right, doesn't matter. Uncut Gems?
That was a hilarious response. He's like, I don't know. Did you hear my props,
What
though?
about sports betting?
Something to do with sports betting.
It's got to be Uncut Gems.
I think what happened yesterday is when he came on the air, we missed the first portion of what he said.
Oh,
yeah.
got it.
I think
all
he
right.
had already started talking, and then by the time
Okay.
he got on, he was talking about something.
That
We're like,
makes
what is he
sense.
talking about?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess that would be on me.
My
Sorry,
man,
Joe.
hey, I'm gonna just assume that he meant that his favorite movie is Uncut Gems, which is an insane favorite movie to have.
Yeah. God.
You're a real degenerate if you're like the Adam Sandler movie where he does the sports betting. That's insane.
The
This
Kevin
guy-
Garnett.
That's
this
actually
guy gets
crazy.
it. That's so funny, man. That's hilarious.
You know Kevin Garnett, the star of Area 51? Yeah. That guy. He's in it. It's my favorite movie. Should have won an Academy Award.
That's
Anyways.
hilarious.
Now,
what he said there. First of all, Ja is one player, and like, look, there's enough info out there of Zion Williamson, potentially being available this summer, and again, it's just like a huge risk reward player. Like they both of them are just like either you hit it or you don't. And
now maybe the Kings are onto something here. If you get Ja and Zion, and you get like 50 games each from them, can you stagger their 50 games where you're getting 100 games of both of them? That's a full season and a playoff run.
Okay, so what I've heard around the team here and there is when it comes to Zion, that there are a lot of people in the league that believe that his next stop, he's going to settle in and actually, move past all of the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That there's just too much residual there in New Orleans, and that New Orleans feels the same way. They're worried that the second they trade Zion, he goes and becomes an MVP, and they're the team that gave away Zion.
Which I get, because when you watch him play and he's healthy, you go, man, I get it.
Yep.
He is so freaking good at basketball. But like you said, he's played 30 games this year. He played 70 last year, and it was a monumental season.
Yeah. And we're talking about the number 1 and 2 picks in the 2019 NBA draft.
Right.
Which, again, if you went after that, especially, let me just set up a scenario.
Oh, please.
What if you went after both of these guys and landed both of them? But before you did that, you rehired Vlade Divac.
Oh.
And so this would be the one draft where Vlade did not have a pick because he had traded Nick Stauskas, Carl Landry, and Jason Thompson for salary dump. And it ended up being the 2019 draft where the Kings didn't have a pick. And you go and get the number 1 and number 2 pick from that draft that you never got to partake in.
I love this. It's just a redemption season for Vlade and the Kings.
It's a redemption everything. Yep.
I think there would be riots if they rehired Vlade.
Well,
I don't think anyone wants that. Did you see he was at the Laker game last night with Luka's dad?
Yeah.
Oof.
Vlade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tough look for our guy. It's like
That's what I love about Vlade.
Dog.
He just doesn't
Read
care.
the room.
He just doesn't care.
Jeez,
he doesn't
Louise.
care about perception or anything else. Even, we had a better deal 2 days ago thing. He's honest to a fault. And covering him as a front office personnel, there were a lot of good times. He's a very, very funny dude.
Amicable person.
He's extremely honest. Like, he will tell you straight up why he made the Marvin Bagley pick, and it's not as nearly as complicated as people want it to be. Like,